The 2011 D. Lincoln 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny, is a small yet iconic piece of American currency minted by the United States Mint. The D Mint mark, located just below the year 2011 on the obverse, signifies that this coin was produced at the Denver Mint in Colorado, one of the primary facilities responsible for manufacturing circulating U.S. coins. The front side of the coin features a right-facing portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner and originally introduced in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth. Above Lincoln's head appears the national motto, "In God We Trust," a phrase officially adopted on coinage to reflect the spiritual heritage of the nation. To the left of Lincoln is the word liberty, symbolizing the nation's foundational values, while the date 2011 is engraved to the right, alongside the mint mark. The reverse of the 2011 penny features the Union Shield design, which replaced the previous Lincoln Memorial reverse starting in 2010. The shield carries vertical stripes representing the original 13 states, bound together under a horizontal bar inscribed with E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, signifying national unity. Across the lower portion of the shield is a bold banner that reads 1 cent, clearly identifying the coin's denomination. Although commonly called a copper penny, modern 2011 cents are actually composed of 97.5% zinc with only a thin 2.5% copper plating, giving them their familiar reddish appearance while reducing production costs. Billions of these coins were struck in Denver in 2011, making them very common in circulation, and most hold only face value unless found in pristine, uncirculated condition or featuring rare minting errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or doubled lettering. Beyond monetary value, the 2011 D penny serves as a piece of everyday history, a symbol of American resilience and unity, and a tribute to one of the nation's greatest leaders. Whether discovered in pocket change, saved in coin albums, or examined by collectors with magnifying glasses, this humble coin continues to quietly carry the story of a nation in the palm of one's hand. Next up. The 2014 United States 1-cent coin, commonly referred to as the Lincoln Shield cent, stands as a modern continuation of a numismatic legacy that began more than a century earlier, yet it also represents a clear evolution in American symbolism, technology, and national identity, while the obverse still displays the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 and retained largely unchanged for over 100 years, the reverse design, introduced in 2010, features a bold Union shield inspired by motifs found on Civil War-era regalia, chosen to signify Lincoln's role in preserving the Union, an especially meaningful emblem given that pennies are among the most widely circulated coins in the nation, passing daily through millions of hands as physical reminders of unity, resilience, and shared heritage. Inscribed prominently above Lincoln's head is the revered motto, "In God We Trust," which has appeared on the cent since 1909 and became the national motto in 1956. Its placement on the coin serves not merely as tradition but as an intentional reminder of America's long-standing acknowledgement of faith as a cultural pillar. To the left of Lincoln, in simple block lettering, is the word liberty, a fundamental principle at the core of the nation's founding, originating from the earliest colonial movements and echoing through the Declaration of Independence, Civil War speeches, and modern civil rights struggles. The date, 2014, appears to Lincoln's right, often accompanied by a small mint mark, either a D for the Denver Mint or an absence of marking for the Philadelphia Mint, identifying the facility responsible for striking that particular coin, and while billions were minted that year, making most examples common and worth face value, certain error varieties such as off-center strikes, die cracks, or double die anomalies have gained collector interest, sometimes fetching several dollars or more, depending on severity and condition. Unlike earlier pennies composed primarily of bronze or brass, the 2014 cent is made of 97.5% zinc with a thin 2.5% copper plating, a composition that has been used since 1982 to drastically reduce material costs, though many collectors lament that these modern zinc-based coins corrode more easily and lack the audible ring and solid weight of earlier copper cents. The reverse's Union shield consists of a central horizontal banner bearing the inscription E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one, a motto that captures the essence of American federalism and cultural diversity, placed across a vertical shield of 13 stripes representing the original colonies united under a single federal government, while the words United States of America arc proudly above and 1 cent are engraved boldly at the base, leaving no ambiguity about the coin's identity or legal value. Though worth just $0.00 in spending power, the humble 2014 penny contains layers of meaning. It is used by children making their first purchases, by cashiers giving change, by collectors searching pocket change for rare varieties, by nostalgic Americans tossing coins into wishing wells or pressing them into souvenir machines at museums and theme parks. Its presence in everyday life is so pervasive that many people overlook its design, yet when examined closely, the coin becomes a miniature canvas on which the United States expresses its values: faith through "In God We Trust," freedom through liberty, unity through the shield and Latin motto, history through Lincoln's enduring portrait, and economic continuity through its ubiquitous circulation. While some lawmakers and economists have debated retiring the penny due to its low spending power and high production cost, many citizens oppose the idea, viewing the cent as a sentimental relic that anchors modern life to historical memory. After all, the penny is not merely currency. It is a symbol of thrift, patience, and simple beginnings, famously associated with sayings like, "A penny saved is a penny earned," attributed to Benjamin Franklin, whose own face adorns the $100 bill, creating a poetic bond between America's smallest and largest denominations. Ultimately, the 2014 Lincoln Shield cent serves as both a continuation of a time-honored tradition and a reflection of contemporary America: lightweight, mass-produced, technologically efficient, yet still rooted in deep historical symbolism. It is a daily ambassador of national identity, quietly passing through countless transactions, resting in coin jars, falling between couch cushions, and occasionally shining in the eyes of a collector who finds, within its copper sheen, a story of faith, liberty, unity, and resilience engraved into the very metal of the Republic itself. Next top. The 2015 United States 1-cent coin, commonly known as the penny, is part of a long-standing American tradition that dates back to 1909, when the likeness of President Abraham Lincoln first appeared on the 1-cent denomination to commemorate the 100th anniversary of his birth. The 2015 edition continues the modern design introduced in 2010, known as the Union Shield Reverse, which features a large shield with vertical stripes symbolizing the original 13 states connected under one federal government, with a banner across it bearing the inscription 1 cent. The obverse front displays the familiar right-facing profile of Abraham Lincoln, originally sculpted by Victor David Brenner, and includes several inscriptions: "In God We Trust," arched along the top rim, "Liberty," placed to the left of Lincoln's profile, and the year, 2015, positioned to the right. Depending on where it was minted, the coin may also feature a small mint mark beneath the year: D for Denver, P for Philadelphia, though Philadelphia pennies sometimes lack a mint mark, or S for San Francisco when produced in proof sets. While the penny's face value is just 1 cent, the coin's composition is primarily zinc, 97.5%, with a thin copper plating, 2.5%, a change first introduced in 1982 due to rising copper prices. The coin weighs 2.5 grams and has a plain, smooth edge, with a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. Despite inflation diminishing its purchasing power, the penny remains one of the most widely produced coins in the United States, with billions of 2015 dated cents struck for circulation. Collectors often look for special varieties such as proof or uncirculated versions, as well as error coins like double dies, misaligned strikes, or off-center mintings, which can give a standard penny far greater value than its face amount. The inscriptions "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" carry symbolic weight. "In God We Trust" is the national motto officially adopted in 1956, while liberty is a core American ideal associated with Lincoln's legacy and the Civil War era. Although worth just a penny in everyday transactions, The 2015 Lincoln cent represents much more than its monetary value. It is a small but enduring tribute to a pivotal historical figure, a testament to national unity embodied by the Union Shield, and a cultural artifact found in nearly every American pocket, drawer, or coin jar. Whether used casually in commerce or preserved carefully by numismatists, each 2015 penny is a tiny piece of living history, linking present-day America to the ideals of perseverance, freedom, and national identity. Next top. The 2016 Lincoln Shield cent, minted in Denver and featuring the familiar inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and "United States of America," is part of the modern series of U.S. 1-cent coins introduced in 2010 to commemorate President Abraham Lincoln's legacy. Unlike the earlier memorial reverse cents, this version showcases a bold Union shield symbolizing national unity, with a single horizontal scroll bearing the word 1 cent. While the vast majority of 2016 pennies are extremely common and produced in the billions, certain collectors have taken interest in pieces with striking flaws, such as "Entitled States of America" or weak lettering errors, situations where parts of the inscription appear faded, missing, or partially struck due to die deterioration, grease-filled dies, or insufficient striking pressure at the mint. A normal circulation 2016 penny is worth only 1 cent, or maybe 2 to 3 cents in bulk to copper or novelty collectors, though it is actually made of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating, but verified error examples with dramatically missing letters such as Knight, STTS, or Liber Y can sell for anywhere from $5 to $50, and exceptionally dramatic or certified examples may reach $100 or more, especially if graded by reputable services like PCGS or NGC. When evaluating such a coin, collectors carefully inspect details like rim condition, die cracks, doubling around, "In God We Trust," or anomalies in the date, 2016, and mint mark D. It is important to distinguish true mint errors from post-mint damage, since ordinary wear, scraping, or chemical corrosion can also erase lettering and create the illusion of rarity. Genuine weak strike or filled die errors typically display smooth, blended surfaces where the lettering should be, rather than scratchy or gouged textures. While most 2016 pennies will never rise above face value, error varieties are an excellent introduction to the world of numismatics, where curiosity, patience, and attention to detail can transform everyday pocket change into a hobby of discovery, and occasionally, a surprising profit. Next top. The 2018 United States 1-cent coin, commonly referred to as the Lincoln penny, is one of the most recognizable and widely circulated coins in American currency, carrying forward a legacy that spans more than a century. The D mint mark located just beneath the year 2018 signifies that this particular coin was produced at the Denver Mint, which is known for high-volume coinage intended for everyday circulation. Like other modern pennies struck since 1982, the 2018 D cent is composed predominantly of 97.5% zinc with a 2.5% copper plating, giving it the traditional copper-colored appearance while significantly reducing production costs compared to the earlier solid copper versions. Weighing 2.5 grams and measuring 19.05 millimeters in diameter, the penny features a plain, smooth edge and maintains the iconic design that has been central to American coinage since 1909, when Abraham Lincoln became the first real historical figure to appear on a regularly circulating U.S. coin. The obverse front of the coin showcases a right-facing profile portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, originally designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner to honor the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Along the top rim of the coin, the national motto, "In God We Trust," is prominently inscribed, a phrase officially adopted by the United States as its national motto in 1956, but used on coins long before that. Just to the left of Lincoln's portrait sits the word "Liberty," a powerful reminder of the values Lincoln fought to preserve during the Civil War, while the year 2018 appears to the right, accompanied by the D mint mark indicating its Denver origin. Turning to the reverse back of the coin, one finds the Union shield design introduced in 2010, replacing the earlier Lincoln Memorial reverse that had been in use since 1959. This shield features 13 vertical stripes representing the original colonies, joined together under a single horizontal bar symbolizing the strength of the federal government. Across the bar stretches a banner with the denomination 1 cent, reminding the holder of its monetary value. Arching above the shield is the inscription, United States of America, emphasizing the coin's national identity. Although worth just a single cent in commerce, the 2018 D penny carries symbolic significance that exceeds its face value, representing unity, history, and perseverance. The Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of these coins, ensuring their presence in virtually every state across the nation, where they circulate through vending machines, cash registers, coin jars, and children's piggy banks. Collectors occasionally seek out uncirculated or error varieties, such as misaligned strikes, double dies, or plating defects, which may elevate the value of an otherwise ordinary coin. While inflation has significantly diminished the purchasing power of the penny, leading some to debate its continued production, many Americans view it with sentimental fondness, associating it with childhood memories, good luck charms, or the famous phrase, "Find a penny, pick it up." Beyond its economic role, the 2018 D. Lincoln cent serves as a miniature tribute to one of the nation's greatest presidents and stands as an enduring symbol of American identity, faith, and resilience, a small, yet powerful reminder that even the tiniest objects can carry the weight of history in the palm of your hand. Next top. The 1944 United States 1 cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln Wheat Penny, is one of the most iconic and widely circulated coins in American history, not only because of its sheer mintage numbers, but also due to the unique historical context surrounding its production during World War II. The obverse, or front, of the coin features the enduring portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909 to commemorate the centennial of Lincoln's birth, and retains 3 key inscriptions: Liberty positioned to Lincoln's left, the date 1944 situated to his right, and the national motto, "In God We Trust," arching above his head, symbols of American identity, faith, and patriotism during a time when the nation was deeply entrenched in global conflict. The reverse, known as the wheat design, showcases 2 stylized wheat stalks curved along the edges, symbolizing prosperity and agricultural strength, while at the center appear the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, accompanied by the Latin phrase e pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, a timeless affirmation of unity and diversity. What makes the 1944 cent particularly fascinating to collectors and historians alike is that it marked the return to bronze after the brief and controversial 1943 steel penny issue, which had been struck in zinc-coated steel due to wartime copper shortages. However, the steel composition caused rusting, public dissatisfaction, and even magnetic interference. So in 1944, the U.S. Mint reverted to using recycled wartime shell casings, spent brass ammunition from military training grounds, as the primary metal source, meaning that many 1944 pennies are literally made from remnants of the battlefield. With over 2.1 billion struck across the Philadelphia, Denver, marked with a small d beneath the date, and San Francisco's mints, the 1944 penny is one of the most common wheat cents ever made, typically worth only a few cents to perhaps $1 in circulated condition. Yet, despite its abundance, rare errors such as the 1944 steel cent or double die obverse can command thousands or even over $100,000 at auction, making this humble coin both ubiquitous and occasionally extraordinary. Beyond monetary value, the coin represents a tangible connection to an era when American citizens saved metal, rationed resources, bought war bonds, and carried coins forged from the scrap of military machinery. To hold a 1944 penny is to imagine a soldier flipping it in a foxhole, a child buying candy with it at a corner store, or a factory worker dropping it into a victory tax jar, all united by a copper disc no larger than a fingernail, yet rich with meaning. Today, collectors admire the 1944 penny not merely as currency, but as a miniature artifact of resilience, economy, and national spirit, proof that even the smallest object can carry the weight of history, whispering stories of sacrifice, innovation, and hope through its well-worn surface and timeless inscriptions of liberty, faith, and unity.